Hello Tuesday. Guess what? I didn't have Martin Luther King Jr. day off yesterday, but I have today off. It was actually only going to be a sleep-in, but then it turned out they were still doing the really loud, crashy, bangy stuff at work today. So Vinesa just did orders real quick and helped a couple of customers that were there this morning. And then she's on her way home. I'm actually going to meet her right now. We're going to Sprouts, gonna do a little bit of shopping, then come home and cook up some lunch. Lunch sounds really good right about now, because all I had for breakfast were leftover Chipotle tortilla chips from last night. We had Chipotle for dinner, and a glass of water. So I'm on like prison rations or something right now. Although I don't think they get tortilla chips. I don't know, never been. I'm here. Vanessa's waiting for me. I think she just got here. She's on the phone. Her mom's real sick. She had to take her to the emergency room tomorrow. She's okay, just real sick. She's back at home. I imagine that's who she's talking to, but could be talking to somebody else. Who knows? She's a popular person. I'm hungry. Look, I'm wasting away. My stomach's getting smaller. Not losing any weight, but my stomach's getting smaller. I think I'm just bulking up muscularity wise. I'm getting all on swole. Whatever that means. Just finished a successful shopping trip with Vinesa, and then I had to save her life from an old lady in a C-Max hybrid vehicle from running her over. And then I questioned the woman on it, and she was like, I had no intention of running you over. I was just pulling into the parking spot, even though we were standing there. Oh well. Got some good healthy food and a couple of not so healthy things, but at least those non-healthy things are organic, so that automatically makes them better and healthier, right? I don't think that's how it works, but maybe it is. I don't know. And we went to Sprouts, so it's automatically healthier. We're gonna go home and eat now. We got a bunch of goodies to eat for lunch. I'm looking forward to it because I'm so hungry. I could eat a palm tree. Oh, finally sitting down for lunch. Got everything unloaded and put away, and finally got my lunch all fixed up. So I'll share it with you, since that's what vloggers do. They share their meals. Right there, got tomatoes, chicken salad, broccoli and bacon salad, couscous, and some naan bread. And then I thought I'd try this. I don't know if it'll be any good. Raspberry passion, but I'll give it a try. But this lunch looks amazing. I can't wait. Well, after eating lunch and then sitting around for a couple hours with Vinesa, she went out for a workout. And it was weigh-in day, so she's excited about that. She gets weighed in, gets all her measurements taken, body fat percentage, that whole thing. Seems to be really motivating for her. And I am now out taking the puppers for a walk. We're just doing the neighborhood thing, but I think we'll go a little bit further. And there is a park up here a couple blocks away, which I think I'll take them to. We've never walked that far through the neighborhood before, so I figured instead of driving somewhere and going for a walk, I'll see what it's like to go a little further through the neighborhood and try and take them to a park near here. It's not a very big park. They can't run around or anything, but we can, as a group, walk around and check it out. Hopefully it's not too busy with people or other dogs. So we're just gonna walk, observe, check things out. Who knows, maybe we'll make a friend or two along the way. I don't know. Well, we're here in the park, but for some reason they're using it for little kids' soccer practice. So that means we can't really walk around it. Even though this isn't a soccer field, it's just an open park, they're taking it all up, using it for soccer practice. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Even though there is a soccer field right next to here, they're using the regular park. And this park, right across from where I'm standing right now, is a house we actually put an offer in on before the house we're in now. And the offer was refused. So in hindsight, very glad that it was. Although it wasn't too bad a house, a little bit smaller than what we have now, quite a bit smaller backyard, but it was right across from this park, which we liked the idea of, because at the time there were never anybody in the park, but it was hotter out then. So right across behind that gazebo over there is the house that we did put the offer in on, and we ridiculously lowballed him because it was not worth anywhere near what he was asking for. The upside of it would have been pay a lot less for the house and a lot less mortgage payment, like a lot lower mortgage payment. Just everything else all around would have been less expensive. But we had sort of decided after our original house that we wanted to buy fell through that we were willing to settle with a for now house that would last us for 2 or 3 or maybe at the most 5 years, and then save up and get something like super nice. But as it turned out, we ended up with something super nice and not too super expensive. So all's well that ends well, except for this walk. We don't get to walk around the park, and these two are absolutely bummed. And also over here somebody has tied up their dog to a barbecue. I'm guessing it's one of the people that's over at the soccer practice. And the dog is just freaking out and they're ignoring it. People, I tell you. This has turned into a super frustrating walk for me and for the puppers. Can't use the park, can't walk around the park. So I go to walk home, and each road we try and walk down, there are people's loose dogs in the road. Just tried to walk down another road, loose chihuahua down the road, and these little kids out with a puppy on a lead, great, except for the little girl decides to run across the street with the puppy towards us, and the other kids are like, don't go over there. And she's like, I can't stop, but she was the one leading the puppy. I asked her to please not do that, to please keep her puppy away, and her response to that was, the dogs need to get together, which I don't get. Yeah, I mean, my dogs aren't going to hurt her dog, and her dog was too small to hurt my dog, although it was barking and snapping its teeth. But it's just like parenting. Don't you teach your kids, if they're taking the puppy out, not to take it around other dogs? That would make sense to me. That's what I would do. But hey, it's the world we live in these days, I guess. All I know is these kids are well behaved. And I try and be well behaved too. And good girls. It's okay, Willow. Keep going. It's just other dogs that are jealous of you because they're stuck in their yards 24/7, and you get to go for walks, and you get to live inside, and you get to be a member of the family instead of a possession. Now, I do love living where we're living, sort of an older city neighborhood. I do quite like that over the suburbs. But I will say one thing about the suburbs, a lot easier to take your dog for a walk. Less people, less cars, and more like green spaces in the neighborhood. Come on, puppers. So you don't have to worry so much about keeping your dogs out of stuff. And you don't have to worry about cars, although these two are really good around cars and walking along the street. But I think overall it's worth it to get in the car and drive somewhere to go for a walk. Whether that be a big park somewhere, or like the recreation area we went to the last couple of days, or South Mountain, other areas like that with trails, something more off-road. There's a lot to be said about just loading them up in the car and going for a drive for half an hour, so we have a much more enjoyable walk. It's more satisfying for me, more satisfying for them, although I'm sure they will agree that this walk today is better than absolutely nothing, and it's better for me too than nothing. So you work with what you got. This is a failed experiment, knowing now that that park is full with people all the time. Come on, let's go. Good looking sky tonight though. Probably gonna have a pretty sunset in another 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. Sunset's getting later and later. Home time. Yay. And I'm tired out. It's not my body that's tired, it's my eyes. I don't know what's going on. I missed an eye appointment. I had to reschedule it. It's not until February 19th, I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with my eyes. I know they're a little dry. Maybe I'll see if they can suggest a drop that I can use for keeping my eyes moist that will work well with my other eye drops, because they'll have a lot of like preservatives in them. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. I've been taking all the eye drops that I do now for quite a long time. They're still working. They're still doing their job. I don't want to change that. I don't want to experiment, but maybe a little something to give some moisture to my eyes. So I think it's time to relax just a little bit. I was thinking of maybe going to see a movie tonight, but I'm not sure. I might just make it an early night again, because I didn't end up going to bed too early last night. Although I did get to sleep in a little bit. But it was nightmares all night again. I don't know what's going on. These are some really freaky nightmares. I won't go into details because I don't want to like end up having some of them again. Alright. Time to go in. Maybe. decided to take myself out for dinner. Well, to get takeout at least. I am getting some fired pie. I didn't feel like eating what I ate for lunch, which I was totally gonna do because it was delicious, but I figured I'd save it for tomorrow. And I'd go out for a fired pie because it's cheap, it's easy, fairly healthy, and it's not a burger. So that's what I am doing. And then I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna eat my dinner, edit some video, edit some photos, watch some TV, and then get to bed. So that's me for today. A little bit of a relaxed day, I guess. And then off to work again tomorrow. And more roof work. So, fun there. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Peace, love, and pizza.